Welcome to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe. I'm a sales and marketing coach and strategist for health coaches, life coaches, and wellness professionals who want to become a leader in their field by building their online community, rocking their sales process, and finally feeling confident about how they promote themselves and their marketing. On this show, we talk about tips to grow your business, save yourself time, and finally be able to create a sustainable, profitable business. Let's get into it. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Zero to Hero Coach Program. This is my 4-month program teaching coaches and online service providers how to grow your online business, book clients consistently, overcome your sales fears, and finally rock your social media visibility. If you struggle to create a sustainable coaching business, this program is for you. Check out HaileyRowe.com and book your free strategy call with my team or myself today. Thank you. We're live. We're going to talk today about should you pre-qualify your leads and what that really means. And also, how much should you be giving away for free in your business? So if you are a coach here, you're a consultant, or you're an online service provider, this video is going to be useful to you. And I want you to go ahead and put in the comments, what are your concerns about giving away stuff for free? Or also, like, are you currently pre-qualifying your leads? And just remember that when you invite 2 coach friends or consultant friends to this community, you'll be entered to win my giveaway of a free hot seat coaching session live. So be sure to do that. We're a welcoming community. We are open about what you're going through in your business, what you want to achieve in your business. We're here to support you. And let's get into today's video. So the question comes up a lot: should I pre-qualify my leads, right? And what that really means is when you are a high ticket coach or consultant and you have a discovery call business model where you get on a call with somebody, you see if they're a fit for your program, and then you offer them whatever your coaching packages are. A lot of times, coaches have pre-qualification forms. Sometimes they're called applications. Sometimes they're called a form, a health assessment, if you're a health coach, whatever it is. And a lot of times coaches require people to fill that out before they book their call. And my suggestion to you is that it's nuanced. My answer is going to be nuanced, because if you're a new coach and you currently have 0 calls on average per week, and you really have never practiced discovery calls, you feel nervous on them, you don't really feel that confident in what you do, I would say get on the phone as much as you possibly can with as little barriers to entry as possible, because you need the experience. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and frequency is going to be important for you before refining and optimizing. So if that's your situation, I would just suggest having a calendar booking link that makes it super easy for people to book a call with you, that requires their name, their email, their phone number, and you're telling them how you're going to reach them at the time of the call. And I've actually talked to, if you do want to pre-qualify, like let's say you're beyond that, and you're like, I'm getting a lot of calls and I don't even have time to, chat with extremely cold leads because I need to focus on the warmer leads. I had somebody who made the person who booked the call them at the time of the discovery call, which showed a level of commitment from the person on the other end, because, they're taking the step to give them a call at the time. And people who didn't, they probably weren't an ideal fit anyways, because they didn't care enough to contact the person at the time of the discovery call. So I went on a tangent, but I want to return back to, if you're new, just have a simple, easy way for people to book a call with you, get the frequency in, get the practice in, and then you can, as you start to see, oh, wow, I know typically who's a fit and who's not, and I feel confident on my discovery calls and I'm ready to step it up, then you can shift into having a form or questions on your Calendly application, which is like a calendar booking site, where you ask, like, what are your top struggles? Which describes what you're most interested in, my group program, my course, my private coaching, you're not sure yet. Like questions like that allow you to prepare for the call, number one, and number two, see how serious this lead is and if they're actually looking for your services or if this is an introductory call. And that's the thing too, there's two different kinds of calls I would think about in your business. One is an introductory call, which might be like a networking call or something short where the person is brand new to you, wants to hear what you're about, maybe not ready to buy. And then there's the actual discovery call, which is more like people who have a struggle, they're looking to solve it, they might be interested in investing in it, and it would be a little more intense of a call, a little longer, rather than a short intro call. So that is, if you are going to have a form, you can have pre-qualifying questions. And what I would suggest is that you always have the question, how did people find you? Because that's going to be your most valuable information that you can get as far as knowing where your marketing efforts are worth your time. Because if everybody's saying your Facebook group, or I found you on Google, or I found you by listening to this podcast, you definitely want to know that, because one of the things I do with my clients is we focus on what is working and let's double down on it, compared to giving you 12 million different projects of things that may or may not work that you've never tried before, when we already have an indication that certain things are working. And the other thing to think about is to ask a question about investing, or if they're actually serious about a service. Okay, so the question that could pertain to pricing, or are you looking to invest, or what's your budget, or whatever, could be something like, are you looking to comprehensively solve this problem and invest in it? Or have you ever invested in a coach? Or which of the following are you most interested in learning about on the call, and give your options of services? Okay, because that kind of question gets a feel for if this is a tire kicker and just wants to quote unquote pick your brain, or if they're actually potentially interested in a solution for their problem and investing in that. And the other thing is a question about their goals or struggles would be a good one to have. So what's the top number one urgent struggle you're looking to solve with a coach, or what's the number one goal you're looking to achieve over the next 3 to 6 months, or whatever it is for you that you need to know from the client to see if you can help them with that goal. And other than that, I mean, there's way more questions you could put in, and I've seen so many different application forms. Some people ask about the personality type of the person, so they can get a feel for, oh, this person's like very direct, wants a short call, or this person is visionary and like very visual, and they might need to see like a slides presentation for the call, whatever it is, right? So I've seen some of that. I've seen other questions, but to me, and I've seen people asking like, are you currently working with a coach already? In which case you might not be needed, right? So there's a lot more, specificity you can get with these forms. But to me, I'd say keep it to like 6 questions max if you can, maybe 10 if you're really looking to like pre-qualify. And if you are new, again, just keep it bare minimum. The simpler, the better. And now let's talk about how much should you give away up front. And the reason I'm bringing this up in this video about pre-qualifying is because you can do so much pre-qualifying just through your content and how you show up and the value you give to your audience and community before they come on a call, that makes your calls and your sales conversions so much easier. So what I mean by that is, when you are thinking about what to give away for free, I have a lot of people I hear from who say that they have scarcity mindset and they're afraid of giving away too much, because then what's the point of working with me? But I actually really believe in the opposite. I think that you should be, as Alex Hermoso or Hermosi or something says, you have to be willing to do what others won't to be able to charge and get business that others can't, right? So what I mean by that is, if you have a trial period that's a no-brainer offer, or you have a Facebook challenge that is so amazing and gets some results up front, or you do hot seat coaching sessions for free to give them a taste of your coaching so that they can, they're like, I got to keep going with this. This is really helpful. These are the kinds of things that are going to help you grow your business in the beginning, especially if you're doing organic marketing, and especially if you have a new audience of cold leads. And in your content, you can be doing so much pre-qualifying as well. Like, you can be addressing objections in your content. You can be giving away for free a live example of your coaching. You can be, working through excuses that your audience has with them on your Facebook Lives and stuff like that to get them to a place where they see that what they're doing isn't working and that they want to explore some options and they want to take the next step with you. So don't hold back when it comes to giving away things for free. If that means taking a workbook from your program and using it as a lead magnet, do it. If that means, some of the things we've already talked about, do it. And I'm not saying, now I will say that you need to have boundaries. So in other words, you need to be selective about what the difference is between your paid programs and your free stuff, right? And you also need to make sure that you do not respond to, I want to pick your brain type of thing, right? Because that is not super respectful. It's like, to me, that phrase, drives me nuts. So you can set boundaries. This call is going to be X amount of minutes, or this freebie is going to end at this, and you can scale it back a little bit. But it still needs to get them, regardless of what you choose to do, you need to get them some form of a result, especially because the world is so crowded now with online entrepreneurs that you need to stand out by giving something, delivering something that makes it a no-brainer for them to want to continue with you. And, I talk to people who give away in their freebie, like a free course or a really low cost tripwire, which, if you've ever heard of that, basically what that is a very low cost course or mini thing that's quick to get through, but that gives value and would lead to an upsell. So that works as well to give value up front, but that's not free. So that's a way to work around. Well, I don't want to give this away for free because it's too good. But you want to get people in the door, right? So there's a lot of ways around this, but the question is, how can you surprise and delight your audience? How can you treat them like they're a client before they're actually a client in a way that still meets your boundaries, meaning you're not spending months and months working with them for free, or you're not working, on a commission basis or whatever it is. Like, you're setting your own boundaries and what that means for you, but surprise and delight them, treat them like a client, and give what other people aren't willing to give. So that's like, oh yeah, that would make sense for me to work with you because I've already seen results and I've already, felt a part of this community. And that will naturally lead to the transition of a client. So what are your questions when it comes to this topic? I would love to see it. And if you guys haven't heard my podcast interview I did all about how much is too much when it comes to giving away things for free, I'll put a link to that in the comments below after this video is over. I did it on the Big Little Business show that I was interviewed on. And that goes into way more detail about how much to give away for free and stuff. But other than that, I will talk to you guys soon. And speaking of free, if you do want a free strategy call with myself or my team, you can go ahead and comment strategy call, and we will connect with you. There is no requirement that you buy anything. It is to help you get some clarity about what might solve your problems, if we can help, and that kind of thing. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And if you liked it and want to reserve your very own free sales audit, go to HaileyRowe.com/strategy-call to book your very own free sales audit. On the call, we'll talk more about the common concerns you get from your ideal clients, how to overcome those concerns, how to coach through objections, how to change your mindset around sales, and improve your sales process so you can be closing and converting more clients. I can't wait to connect with you, and go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to take the first step. Thanks so much. Have a good day.